Hello, everybody. Under threat of violence, Chai has come down here to make me record an award video. And my audio is too sensitive, so you're going to hear Chai echo a little bit, and you're going to fucking deal with it.
We're sorry about that. We tried our best. But
We spent like an hour troubleshooting. We're not audio engineers. I keep going off the fucking side of the screen, too, because I'm used to being a little attention whore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we couldn't decide exactly what to do, so we're just going to go through my top 50 albums, and if Chai remembers them, he's going to pitch in.
I'll remember them, most of them. I'll put in my input, and we'll go through some other categories as well, and just, discuss, reminisce, remember the good times, get ready for season 2, of course.
Mm-hmm. And Chai can tell me where I'm fucking wrong.
Well, shit. I have some opinions, of course.
I know. Well, you wouldn't be here if you didn't.
Of course not.
I'm too fucking tall to see the music club, man. Shit.
Yeah, we're repping Arsenal. That's all that matters. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, cheers.
Jivel.
Bink. Oh, I throated Peel. I got caught on camera. Fuck.
That's a good old-fashioned.
It is a good old-fashioned. Okay.
So where shall we begin?
Number 50.
Album of the year.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, I'm just giving context.
Number 50 for me, I'm going to go with Earth 2 by Earth from Brendan.
I absolutely love Earth 2. Excellent, post-rock, sort of metal?
I call it drone metal more than anything.
Metal, right, yeah. Excellent regardless.
For sure. I would say my only note, right, is I don't have a ton of exposure to drone metal overall. But I'm really partial to Sun. Like, Life Metal is phenomenal. And I thought the Earth 2 was a little less dynamic and had a little less going on. But the richness and the depth of the sound was still amazing.
I agree. I'm not super well-versed in drone metal either. My main exposure to is Earth, especially Earth 2. So this album does hold a special place in my heart. You're right, it's not quite as musically complex. But it's extremely well-engineered, extremely well-played on a pure technical level, the instruments and whatnot. So I love this album. I'm glad you did too.
All right. This is going to be one of probably several examples of albums that I put on the list, but really could have revisited a little more. But at number 49, it's Kalksamen Kuri no Hana by Sheena Ringo from Jake. And I remember this being one of the last albums we included in Music Club. And I remember being very pleasantly surprised because I thought it was going to be pretty much just some like straight J-pop. But it was funky. There was some like tang to it. I don't know how else to put it.
Well, you'll have to. I unfortunately do not recall this album specifically. Maybe it's because it's in a language I don't speak. But yeah.
That's fair. If I remember rightly, like some of the songs sounded the way I expected them to, with a very straightforward J-pop feel. But there were some departures from what I would say like our traditional composition or performance. I don't want to call it noisy. I don't think it was noisy, but just some interesting flavors on a lot of the tracks that I liked.
Cool.
At number 48, I put Maggot Brain by Funkadelic, sent by Nick. And I know that might be a little controversial.
What were your main thoughts on this album?
My main thoughts on this album is that the song Maggot Brain is immaculate and outshines everything else on it.
That is also what I remember. Like, I've mostly heard the single. It's quite a good song. I just, the rest of the album didn't quite live up to that.
It couldn't.
Yeah.
It couldn't. It was good. In its own right, it would have been good. But
the song Maggot Brain single-handedly puts it on this list.
It does. Yeah, and like, if you had to ask me Maggot Brain the song or the album, I would pick the song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
It can stand on its own. And
hey, that's why we have a singles list for season 2. This would be a perfect addition.
It would. That would hit. At number 47, I put The Downward Spiral by 9 Inch Nails, which I shockingly had not listened to before Music Club.
Really?
Yeah.
This is definitely one I heard before. Nine Inch Nails, great band. Nothing bad to say about them. Excellent production quality. It's kind of the main thing I look for personally. You guys will come to realize. I love the technical side of this more so than just, I guess, the musical side of it.
Yeah, and it was a vibe in terms of like I've had some exposure to industrial music, but knowing that this was like the most mainstream entry in that genre,
Yeah.
I don't want to say like I avoided it, but I wasn't like super interested in it because a part of me was like, it got mainstream appeal. How industrial can it be?
Yeah.
And it ended up being pretty industrial, and I liked that.
Well, I mean, you realize like Trent Reznor, like where he
Well,
came
yeah,
from.
I know Trent Reznor. Yeah,
Like he had like a very poppy background.
yeah, and so it makes
Shout out
sense.
Cleveland, by the way.
Yeah,
Trent Reznor.
and so it makes sense. But I was expecting this to get like a solid 7 for me, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think I hit it at an 8.5.
That tracks. It's a good album.
I think the only reason it didn't get a 9, and I still remember this, is I think it's called Big Man with a Gun, and that song is just a bit too uncomfortable for me. I get what he was trying to do, but the vibes were bad.
I understand.
Yeah.
I could see why you'd think that for sure.
At number 46, I had The Velvet Underground and Nico, self-titled.
Great album. I liked it a lot. My first time hearing it.
I was gonna say I feel like a poser because like if you're a music snob, you have to like this album, and I hadn't listened to it.
I hadn't listened to it either. I don't consider myself to be a music snob. I consider myself to be an electronic snob. So
That's
I have
fair.
no problem admitting I didn't hear this before.
But when this came on, the only thing I really knew about it was how influential it was, like how much it influenced the sound of the 70s and 80s and onwards and onwards.
Yeah.
And you could fucking hear it. You could. It sounded like 30 years ahead of its time. I think, honestly, the biggest drawback for it, and I'm sure I've used this phrase before, is Gatsby syndrome, where it feels a little cliche, but that's because it invented the cliche.
Yes, exactly.
But like songs like Heroin and European Sun, those are still
Heroin,
on my playlist.
my
Heroin,
favorite song
so
off the
good,
album.
so
Yes.
good. Not good for Lou Reed, but good for the album.
It's the 70s. You know how it was.
It do be like that, yeah. I know Allie doesn't like this album because Andy Warhol did the cover, and she'll never forgive him
Understandable.
for other things. Here,
I'll do this one.
Yeah, go ahead. At number
Next up
45
is one of my albums. I guess I'll just do my albums, right?
Sure, yeah.
A Grand Don't Come for Free by British rapper The Streets. This was one that I knew. I really thought that Seth would like this because of the way it tells a story front to back. It's, day in the life of like a British geezer. But
I was going to ask, because I think this word means something different than what I think it means. What's a chav? Because the protagonist here is what I thought a chav was.
So a chav tends to refer to a teenager who's basically up to no good.
Okay.
I guess the equivalent would be like a hood rat here.
Okay.
You don't really use chav for people over like 20 years old, really. But this is a grown-up chav.
I was gonna say in my head,
means
like
he's working class.
I
That's
don't know
basically
what
it
the
means.
British equivalent of like a bogan is.
Obviously, Australians are a little
Well, I
more
know.
like American, but yeah, it's in that general vein.
Yeah.
A bogan is any ages though, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. But I did really like the storytelling on this, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it clicked for me till like the last 3 songs. I think
That
Dry
makes
Your
sense.
Eyes, and I was like, okay, I get it. This guy's not just a dirt bag. He has emotions and shame.
Yeah, he is a very talented songwriter. I'm forgetting his name, Mike. Mike, The Streets. He's a very talented songwriter. I was debating between this and another album. Pirate Radio. I'm blanking the name on the other album. I'm sorry, I'm on some substances right now. But yeah, I picked this one because of the aspect of telling a story front to back, and I thought Seth would like that, and he ended up doing.
Yeah. Empty Cans was my highlight on this. the last track, I loved how it rewound like halfway through, where it was like, okay, he is gonna learn and grow, and I like that.
And the rewind is a part of British dance music, Jamaican dance music culture that, he pays homage to.
Yeah, but yeah, I liked it.
Fit But You Know It. My favorite
yeah.
song off the album.
All right, at number 44, we had Recto Verso by Parody, and this was French as fuck.
Yes. And they know how to make music.
They do.
Electronic music.
They
especially.
do. It was smooth. It was like
pleasant.
It was such a pleasant listen. I think I put
warm.
Yeah, I put Recto Verso on my wedding playlist.
Did you?
It was played at the wedding. Just because it's a chill vibe. It's you're kicking back, and
absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puts you in a good mood.
It does. It's cruising music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not in the gay way. I mean, in the gay way too.
It could be.
Why not?
It's
Yeah,
French.
yeah, it's cruising
and
music.
the album cover does feature two men embracing.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Definitely in the gay way.
But there's nothing wrong with that because it's
no,
2025.
In a good way.
Yeah.
I'm not homophobic. I'm homo supportive. That's right. That's a new word for you. All right.
Number 43.
DJ Kicks High by High and various artists. It is a mixed album. Australian DJ High. I'll let Seth say his thoughts on it.
Fun. Very fun. This struck a chord with me in terms of not knowing a ton about production.
Right.
It sounded clean. It sounded good. And it is something I would dance to, which
yes.
I'm not a big dance guy, but
I'm working on changing that.
he's bouncy. Yeah. I like that. It's just a good vibe. I will listen to this when I'm working because if I get good energy while I'm working, I can kind of cruise through my stuff. And this
what better that than dance music?
Exactly. Like, as much as like if I'm on a slow day, I'll listen to like Tim Hecker, Boards of Canada, that kind of thing. But if I need to get shit done, I want something with a little more pep.
Yeah.
And this is both a pleasant listen and an energizing listen.
And that's what we're looking for. I think you feel that way because the album does a really good job of navigating through ups and downs, through moods, through genres, of course. You go from like a big bouncy house track to like a stripped out old school dubstep track where it's just a bass line. Yeah. And then you'll go back to techno, the drum and bass, and then a nice airy collab with John Hopkins, a great producer. It just hits all the notes for me. Yeah. And High is super talented. I love her. She's great. So, what?
High is a woman?
Yes, she's a woman.
Oh.
The more you know.
The more I know. All right. At number 42, I had 3 Chairs 3 by 3 Chairs. And in a similar vein, just good vibes.
This is, my shit. Cold school, classic, Motown, Detroit techno. Yeah. And this is one of the best examples. Shout out Brendan, by the way. We align a lot on our music taste, and I do appreciate that.
I thought this, I don't know how else to put it, stripped bare in a good way.
That's the whole idea of techno.
Yeah.
It's meant to be driving. The beat's meant to stand on its own merits, and the rest of the parts of the songs just come through around it more so than...
it was minimalist and benefited from that. And I understand that's the point. That was kind of what they were shooting for. But, I like some extravagance. I like deep textured layered sounds. But something this stripped back and so simple, you're going to fucking make fun of me for this and call me cringe. It's part of the reason I don't want to say enjoyed, but appreciated listening to Merzbow. In that there is so little there that you just got to grab onto what you can. Yeah. And I liked that. It was catchy, it was groovy, and they did a lot with a little.
Absolutely. Especially because obviously back in the day, they're using 909's samplers. They don't have Ableton with 25 channels to create a deep textured layered sound. You can do that with analog, but the whole idea behind this in Detroit techno in the first place was simple hard, fast dance music that you're meant to sort of lose yourself to. And I think this is a great example of it. This is honestly a more polished example than most contemporary tracks or projects.
And I think a part of me, and this is definitely just bias and like stereotype, but when I think of techno, I think of more rave-like music. You know, I think of like...
This was rave-like music.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but this was not aggressive in the way that like when someone says the word techno comes to mind.
Techno hadn't quite evolved to what you're thinking of yet. This is sort of or very early techno. Techno was basically just coming out of house, which was just coming out of disco. So this is basically one step removed from disco, to give you context. Right? All right.
But yeah, I liked that. And we're getting into 41. 10,000 gecs by 100 gecs.
Going from minimalist to maximalist,
yeah, it's
right?
Goofy.
I love it though. I love 100 gecs. They're great.
They're
10,000
great.
gecs.
Yeah, they're fun. First and foremost, they're fun. And I'm going to steal an anecdote. Over the last few months, I've been getting very much into femtonil, which falls under the category of what would loosely be defined as
hyperpop,
trance music.
That Venn diagram is pretty.
It is, but there's a certain maximalism that is present with a lot of trans feminine artists. And one thing that I heard in an interview is that they shared a production ethos with 100 gecs of vibes first.
Well, you know where this comes from. Speaking of trans feminine,
well, I know Sophie. You're going to be mad at me. I don't think I do.
That's fine. Yeah, but you should know that that's where this sound comes from.
Yeah, I know that she was the progenitor of it. I just think that there's a certain unhinged aspect of the way Gex does it.
Right. Also, another shout out. I think Brendan submitted Arca.
Yeah, Brendan did submit Arca.
That's precursor to Sophie even. That's also...
I keep falling off the screen. Well. I don't know which way to lean. Dude, this would be really funny if I did this while on lean.
No. You can sit on my lap if you want.
It is Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10,000 gecs. Fun.
Bangers
Bangers and fun. Mm-hmm. Also maybe a top 10 for me in terms of if we're considering opening and closing track quality.
Yeah. Was Money Machine the opening track?
No, Money Machine was off of 1,000 gecs.
1,000, you're sorry. Yeah, this is the second one, of course.
Me, I Know is the closer.
Yes, great song, of course. Perfect closer.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not because I can't remember the opener.
That's all right. We could be looking up this stuff as we pause. I can grab mine.
No, we're doing this in one take.
Take only.
I don't own an editing program.
This is for...
And I'm not going to fucking download one.
No, hell no.
Anyways, number 40, Post Svalbard by Nicholas Pashberg. Vibes. Super vibes. Like, this is lo-fi hip-hop elevated.
This is like if Sigur Rós and Bjork made a concept album together. I don't know. I just thought of that. I feel like that fits.
That does fit really well. And it's also Svalbard. Which is
not far.
Far, but like
okay,
culturally and region. Like aesthetically similar to Iceland, I would say. One might even call Iceland post Svalbard.
Probably pre-Svalbard, right?
Who's to say?
I guess so. I'm not an anthropologist, so I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, it was chill, relaxing, laid back, but engaging.
Absolutely,
I liked that.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, Chai gave a shout out to Brendan.
Yes,
I'm gonna give a shout out to Jake, and it's gonna start out really mean. I expected nothing out of your picks.
Hey, yo.
I'm not going to lie, Jake. I didn't know you were kind of based with it. I thought we were going to get kind of like normie shit because I would see like, Gorillas, Peach Pit. These are fine. But you had some bangers in there that I wasn't expecting. They came out of left field, and I was like, where are you finding this?
I noticed that as well. You had some, albums I definitely heard before.
Yeah.
And then something like this comes out of nowhere. Yeah, shout out, Jake.
I have known you my entire life, and I didn't know you liked good music.
Yeah, I've known you like 6 months, and I know you like good music, so I got you. Don't worry.
But yeah, Post Fall Bar, solid.
Good album.
39. Oh man, that was a lot of bourbon in that sip. Ooh.
That's how we like it.
Again, we took like an hour setting up the audio, so some of the layers of the old fashioned have settled, I think.
That's why I put the orange peel in.
Yeah. Number 39, Hurry Up We're Dreaming by M83. And I've only got one thing to say.
Fucking awesome.
Boop, 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 boop.
Are you doing the opening credits to Midnight City or
I mean, why would I make that sound if it were any other album?
I mean, yeah.
That's gonna be a callback now. It's gonna be like number 3, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Hey, it's a common chord, so
yeah. But of course, I knew Midnight City. I did not know the rest of it.
Wait was pretty popular too.
I can't.
Okay, but yeah, regardless, this is an album that was close to my heart since the day relative year it came out. I've been listening to M83 for a long time, even disregarding like Midnight City, cute song of course, but excellent vibes album.
Very good vibes album.
When you're sitting in your room in the middle of the night on your own, it makes you feel things. I believe he is French. M83?
It wouldn't surprise me if he was French.
And it definitely has that French...
It is a Frenchy.
I don't want to say maximalness, but it's more so like that attention to detail. It's very detailed.
This may be a total misappropriation of the word, but I would say almost Baroque.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that. Yeah.
Not necessarily maximalist, but intricate.
Yeah, that's why I said attention to detail instead of maximalist.
Yeah. But, really good. I understand, like...
The hype?
Yeah, exactly. I understand the hype.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At number 38, another Jake Sleeper, 925 by Sorry.
I'm sorry. I do not remember this.
Okay. So this ended up being a post-punk album. First and foremost.
I like post-punk too.
Yeah. Female vocalist reminded me with some similarities to
Sniffers?
No. Wet Leg and Dry Cleaning.
Oh, so not as much of a
not as aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
With a grunge, like a schmear almost over it. Not sludgy at all, but greasy. A little bit greasy in there. Cynical, bitter, but very charismatic performance, and songs were fun, composed in a fun way that is catchy. I still have Starstruck on my playlist, which it was just a nice pop hook, but still with that post-punk bona fide. I really liked this album.
Yeah, the way you describe this seems like something I should go back and revisit for sure. So I will check it out. Sorry, Jake.
Well, we've got an hour drive to Greensboro tomorrow, and the song is 3 minutes. So
yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
But yeah, another Jake Sleeper. Didn't know you had it in you, champ, and I'm proud of you.
Apologies. I don't want to keep saying sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's the name of the album.
That's why it's album or artist.
That's the name of the artist.
Okay, cool. Just
sorry.
Sure.
At number 37, a possibly controversial take for not putting it higher. I'm going I Care Because You Do by Aphex Twin. This
Great
is not
album, not his best.
This is not a top 3 Aphex Twin project.
Exactly.
No.
I will glaze Aphex Twin all day. I'm sure Seth will too. It's just that
I'm checking something. You continue talking.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what about this album that makes me feel like it's not something that he would usually make. Not usually make. It's hard to say. You listen to it, it doesn't sound like an Aphex Twin album.
Yeah. It honestly, okay. This is going to sound rich. My favorite Aphex Twin album, and it's not even close, is Drux.
Okay.
And
Mine's
Drux,
Suck It Ambient Works.
Yeah, which super valid. Drux is literally stuff you threw away. The lore, I think, is like someone stole his laptop at an airport, and instead of letting that shit leak, he just published
there's
it.
been like 25 DJs that have that. I got my hard drive stolen, got my laptop stolen at the airport. Like, people, you gotta be taking care of your shit better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And so, as someone who loves Drux, which was composed of scraps, huh?
You said you love drugs.
No, Drux with a KQ.
Okay, yeah, you were talking about the album.
Yeah,
dude, don't mind me.
As someone who loves Drux, which is made of scraps, I Care Because You Do sounds like it's made of scraps, and I don't like it.
I don't know if I'd say it's made of scraps. It's made of scraps by a worse artist.
That's fair. This is going to sound weird that I'm being so negative, but this is my 37 best album of the year. And that's because it's still Aphex Twin. And of the other Aphex projects we had, Selected Ambient Works and Richard D. James, I'd already heard those in full, so I couldn't put them on the list.
We didn't have Window Liquor, did we?
We did not have Window Liquor.
Interesting.
But Window Liquor's fucking good.
Yeah, so the reason why I feel like I'm negative about this album, too, is because I hold Aphex Twin to such a high standard. Like, for 90% of other artists, this would be their, their greatest work.
You know how high he can fly, so when he's at cruising altitude, it's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's still at cruising altitude.
Yeah, he's still doing his thing.
Yeah. That's enough. Enough roasting Richard D. James.
He can take it.
At number 36, the biggest shocker of the year. It's Visions by Guilherme Desk.
Shocker in what way? You thought it wouldn't be good or something?
Man, I didn't think Hurdy Gurdy would make me feel the way it did.
Oh, this is the
Hurdy Gurdy album. This is the fucking insane Hurdy Gurdy album. This is the electric Hurdy Gurdy album. And holy fuck.
I thought it was cool.
This fucks.
I thought it was cool. I wouldn't put it in my personal top 50. No disrespect. It's very cool.
This album fucks.
Why it spoke to you that way. Because it's definitely, what's the word?
It fucks.
Divisive?
Fucks.
I wouldn't say divisive. I don't hate it.
No.
But yeah.
It's unique in the exact way that tickles me pink. Mm-hmm. And it fucks.
It makes sense exactly as to why you like it so much. I completely understand.
Back-to-back DOMs. We've got Little Dark Age by MGMT, which is another album that I probably should have listened to in full before Music Club, but glad I had the opportunity to.
Have you heard Oracular Spectacular?
No.
Okay, so this suffers from the same sort of I Care Because You Do disease.
Okay.
Because Oracular Spectacular is such a good album.
Is that the one with like the cartoon? Oh, that's Kids. Okay.
Electric Feel.
Mm.
Those kind of songs.
I know those songs. I just don't think I've listened to it in full.
The other songs are just as good. So compared to that, this didn't quite live up to that mark. But it's still MGMT. They're still good. It's just their sound was also getting a little... they didn't really change up their sound too much.
Okay.
So it kind of wears on you a little if you've been, listening to all their stuff. But without context, it's still a good album. And,
and for me, like, Little Dark Age is a fantastic song. And I wasn't super familiar with what the rest of the album was going to be. But I was surprised to learn that while Little Dark Age is still the best song on that album, the rest of the album carries pretty well. Like it's not a standout, at least not that much of a standout.
Their floor is high.
Yeah, their floor is really high.
But their ceiling is high. They don't quite reach it here.
Okay. But yeah.
It's a safe record for sure.
Yeah, I liked it. All right,
good album.
At number 34.
Untrue by Burial. And it does hurt my heart to see it this slow. I'm sorry, but it's Seth's list, not mine. For me, it would obviously be like top 3, but it's fucking Burial, dude. It's untrue. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, I want to hear your thoughts on it, obviously.
Here's my thoughts on it. First, and this will make you happy. Mm-hmm. This falls into the extremely rare category of albums that have gotten better every time I've listened to them. I think that there is a depth that I haven't reached with this album in terms of appreciation. But every time I listen to it, it feels like going to class. It's like, okay, this is how electronic music is supposed to sound from a production level.
Yes.
And I get that a little more every time, and it's starting to become more the standard. That being said, my biggest thing with it, and this is just my personal taste, is I like maximalistic music.
Yes, it's not a maximalist.
And this is a relatively easy listening album, which I appreciate and I like it, but it doesn't capture me the way that something more explosive tends to. But
did I ever explain or not, tell you sort of
wasn't it
what
like,
the vibe is supposed to like embody?
No, but I can at least here. You tell me in a sec. But the way it feels to me is I'm not drunk, but I'm buzzed and starting to feel a hangover. It's 4 a.m. I am in not London. That's too nice. I'm in Manchester, and I am doing anything I can to find a cigarette.
You got, I'd say, 75% of that spot on. Yes, it's about being going home from the club at 4 a.m. The drugs are just wearing off. Your hearing's just coming back. And you're on the bus home. It's London, by the way. This is sort of meant to be London because Burial is from South London. And dubstep as a sound is a London sound.
Okay.
Manchester, obviously, they have their own sounds. Dubstep is London through and through. Like Scream, Benga, Artwork, they're all from London. Regardless, this is meant to capture the vibe of going home and hearing loud-ass music still playing from the club in a distance. That's why it's minimalist, because it's sort of meant to be at a distance, you know.
I've just had a realization as well.
What's that?
Unrelated to
Burial.
Mm-hmm. So you remember at the beginning I said that Chai was going to have a little bit of an echo because my mic is too sensitive?
Yeah.
I have a handy dandy mute button that
I
can just turn on and off. So if Chai wants to go off, now he can do it without an echo. And then when I want to talk, I just press my button.
Perfect. Hey, all you got to do is cue it up.
Exactly. All right. But Burial by Untrue, really good. And
Burial by Untrue.
Untrue by Burial, really good.
All good.
And I'm thinking off the top of my head, I could probably only name 2 albums that always get better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie, Drux by Aphex Twin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up.
Also, the reason why he's saying the artist the album in front of the artist is because that's how it's listed on this thing. So I get it.
Yeah. All right. At 33, because I haven't been saying the number every time, Daydream Nation by Sonic Youth, who prior to this, the only exposure I had to Sonic Youth was Guitar Hero. And it was good. It wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, I would sort of call Sonic Youth defining in their genre, for sure. A lot of bands have come and tried to emulate their sound. I don't know if this is the album I'm thinking of, but if it is, this is like their magnum opus, isn't it?
That's what I've heard. I know that there's like a couple contenders, and unfortunately I can't really remember the name of the other.
Me either. I'm not a
one.
big head for this kind of music, but I do appreciate it.
But the noisy experimentation, it was a super tasteful demonstration of noise.
Yes.
And I really liked that. I thought it was enough without being too much and not being too little. And I would say I'm a pretty big fan of Sonic Youth, and I felt that this album was a good amount ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Like, this felt like something, to be perfectly honest, if this came out in 2020 and I was just getting into Black MIDI, I'd be fucking obsessed with these guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it is not a coincidence, the similarities that I hear between this and, like, some Crankwave acts.
Yeah. And I think that modern sound design would really have benefited this album because they really push the limits of like the sound profile now. Obviously, you have people doing it with like the Wall of Sound with the Beach Boys and stuff back in the day. That's kind of where this started. But how far like digital production has come, this album, I don't know if there's a remaster, but a remaster would really bring this to life.
Is.
Okay.
I think there is.
Let's do a remaster.
Yeah.
Keep pushing it.
But yeah, I don't want to say a pleasant surprise because I'd heard good things about it. But
yeah, it's not a shock. Shouldn't be a shock.
Yeah. At number 32, Man Alive by King Cruel, and I'm going to share an embarrassing fun fact.
Is it King Cruel or King K. Rool?
There's no dash, so I'm going to say Cruel.
Okay.
Until otherwise corrected. My embarrassing fun fact is I thought this man was a fat black rapper from England.
I feel like that's a very common sentiment.
He's a skinny white boy.
Guy, yes, he sure is. But his voice does not sound like that.
No, it doesn't.
It's very soulful.
It's very soulful and just really cool and good neo-psychedelic production. Like,
yes.
Really just, oh, man. The thing that kind of sucked is I think the first time I listened to this, I was still smoking weed, but then when I had to go back to it, I hadn't smoked in months because I was at a job where I couldn't do it. And it definitely wasn't as good.
Hey, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah. But look, Hunter, let's be so real, buddy. You have a taste.
He sure does.
You have a flavor that you prefer, and knowing you, it's fitting. And it makes sense. But that's not a bad thing. And I liked this.
Oh, it's never a bad thing.
Yeah. Bro, you just blasted your fucking audio.
Oh, fuck.
You're going to deafen people. They can't participate in season 2 if they can't hear shit.
Look, yeah, it's not my fault. Wear earplugs.
But yeah, good album. Nice and...
Yes, sir.
I liked the vibes of this to the point that I wanted to put something from it on my wedding playlist. But I feel like
it would have been inappropriate.
Yeah, the lyrics are not good for that.
Exactly.
He's not having a great time.
No. But the vibe sounds good. If you don't listen to the lyrics too closely.
The vibe do sound good. All right, next up, there's another chai.
Fabric presents Over Mono. This is one that we did a listen along for, so if you'd like to know our full thoughts on this album, feel free to go check that out.
There we go. This will not be without technical difficulties.
If I can't hear you, I'll tell you. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. The first thing that comes to mind with this was flow. Just the flow and the structure was gorgeous.
Over Mono are good producers, but they're excellent producers, but they are otherworldly DJs. If you get a chance to hear a set by them, they know how to mix.
Yeah, mixing. That's the right word for it. Just how everything moved into its each other. It was so fluid, so liquid. You could almost listen to it as just one long song.
And that's the goal. That is 100% the goal.
It feels... I would feel bad listening to any individual track off of this.
Yes, and that's the main reason why I don't use Spotify for listening to these albums of the days, because I use a different service, so I can just sort of I don't want to get recommended
pitch your shit.
An individual song.
Shill.
You want me to shill?
Shill.
You want me to shill for Tidal?
I've never heard of Tidal.
Never heard of fucking Tidal? What kind of audiophile are you?
The only Tidal I know is Landmark Tidal, based in Colorado.
What is that?
Shout out to Shelly Hawkins for all my real estate friends.
All right. Well, shout out to Jay-Z for my Tidal friends. What were we talking about?
Over Mono.
Like you said, the sentiment I think is perfect there. It's basically meant to be one long track, and like I said in the listen along, it's a journey through the last 30 years of British dance music. And I just love it. It's basically like a time capsule that only ages better. And it's a studio mix album, so they have total control over everything, which is why it sounds so good. And that's why I love studio mix albums. And
I can see that. I can see that. Number 30, another very Dom album, in Kvitraven by Wardruna. I mean, it's what it says on the tin, and
it sure is. I don't remember exactly the.
It's Old Norse forest. It fits.
What I meant to say was I don't exactly remember the individual tracks, but I remember exactly what I felt listening to this album. And I felt like I was wandering along the fjord.
Dom, I don't know if he described this publicly, like in the server, but he described it to me as falling in a genre of dying of hypothermia music.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got.
That's what it is. But like, sometimes that's what you need.
Hey, it's like the ending scene of Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Every man just wants to die in the snow.
This is a Ryan Gosling moment album.
This is a Ryan Gosling moment album. Shout out Drive.
Shout out Ryan Gosling.
Hell yeah.
He's literally me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. At number 29, Saturday Night Wrist by Deftones.
Did you know about Deftones before this?
A little. Okay. Not a lot. This will date it. Back when I was first developing my own taste in music, I only used Pandora.
Yeah, everyone did back in the day.
Yeah. And there were exactly 2 Deftones albums that would come on the mix for Tool.
Okay.
And those were Change in the House of Flies and My Own Summer.
Okay.
And I liked both of them, but I could not articulate why. And I need to apologize because I think when I first reviewed Saturday Night Wrist, I think I gave it like a 7. And on subsequent listens, it's definitely moved up to, I think, a 9.
You think, yeah. From where you've ranked it, yeah, that makes sense.
Cherry Waves, Beware, Hole in the Earth. Like, I'm not going to lie. I think the back half is definitely weaker. But it's so fucking gorgeous in the front half. Like, his voice carries the project, but everyone else comes in so immaculately behind him.
Yes.
Just unreal listening, unlike pretty much anything else, and I love it now.
Unique is a good way to put it.
Unique is a super good way to put it, yeah. Phenomenal. At number 28, in the pretentious category, we have Laughingstock by Talk Talk.
I remember listening to this. I remember liking it. I don't remember details too much. Why did you like it so much?
So, do you know, like, I guess, the lore?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick Google because I don't remember exactly what it is. But Talk Talk in like the 80s was like a quintessential pop band.
Okay. Yeah, I think I knew that.
Like
this wasn't that, but
yeah, Duran Duran's like the closest like contemporary. Yeah, It's My Life, like just
yeah.
But they suddenly decided we don't want to do that anymore. And they may or may not have invented post-rock.
Yes.
And they did a really fucking good job kicking it off. Like, the sounds and the vibes, like Merman, Ascending Day, just... It's not as intense or atmospheric as a lot of post-rock is.
Yeah.
But, like, it's closer to, like, Tortoise, I think, with, like, a jazzier feel. But holy hell, it sucks you in.
I didn't think about the lore when I was first listening to this, and that makes a lot of sense. That makes it cooler for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was weaker post-rock.
Sure. I'm not going to call this my favorite post-rock album by any means. Yeah. But I think that...
With context, it is cooler.
With, like, I think 1988.
That is really
I think 88, just making this. This is post-rock's Velvet Underground.
Yes.
And
okay,
you gotta respect it. At number 27,
Worlds by Porter Robinson. I'm a little shocked you like this album so much. It is a great album. It's one of my favorites. Super atmospheric. I guess there's lore to this album too, but and it's not like it's the same as Talk Talk basically. But yeah, you tell me your thoughts and I'll explain it.
Well, before I tell you my thoughts, I want to know why you didn't think I'd like this.
I just thought you would find it too cheesy. I just thought it just wouldn't quite be enough for you to... It's very, like... I'm not going to say minimal. It's not minimal. But it's...
I would say it was saccharine, but sincere.
Uh-huh.
There was an absolute... I keep I don't want to be on fucking camera, apparently. It was a very authentic album. Like, it didn't seem like he was doing it for anybody but himself. And it's hard to, like, verbalize, but it's easy to identify when that's the case. And I understand that a lot of the tracks I did like, I could totally see being more like a mainstream sound, but they were still fucking good.
Can you tell me if you remember what tracks you liked?
Fresh Static Snow goes hard. I know Nick hard disagreed with me on this, but Fellow Feeling. And, there's a third one. Is Fresh Static Snow the one that opens with, like, the Japanese girl?
Goodbye to a World, I think is what you're
No, it's like, Watashi wa kono no ni da chu.
Oh, no, that's not us.
It's on my playlist.
I'm like, that's the main chord. I just forget the name of the...
It's not, I don't think that's Fresh Static Snow.
The song is playing, it's not Fresh Static Snow. The song is playing in my head right now. I'm sorry. I gotta look up Worlds and I will find it.
We're gonna take a...
But yeah, keep giving me more thoughts.
But, like, yeah, the production was nice. It was layered. It was thoughtful. And it...
Oh, you're thinking of Flicker, by the way.
Flicker. That's it. It almost felt like... I don't want to say Jackson Pollock, because I have some opinions on Jackson Pollock.
I'm not a great guy.
But, like, everything is done with intentionality in a way that comes together surprisingly well.
Yes. And here's the lore I was talking about earlier. So, before he made Worlds, when I first fell in love with his music...
I know it used to be, like, poppier.
Yes. So, he actually was the progenitor of a whole genre called complextro, which is basically electro house, but it's very glitchy, hoppy, complex synths and sounds, and very much a defining sound of like 2010 to 2012, basically exactly when I was in middle school. So that was Porter to me. He made bangers, if that makes sense. He made bass heavy, dance floor ready bangers, and he went away for like 2 years.
I was gonna say, the one thing I remembered is there was definitely a Porter Robinson track in Forza Horizon 1.
Yeah,
and I think that was the only, like, at least exposure at the top of my
think
mind
it might
when
have
I
been
listened to
Spitfire.
it. Maybe, but when I heard Worlds, it was not what I expected it to be, and I was pleasantly surprised by that.
You can imagine my shock, 15-year-old me being like, "Oh, new Porter Robinson album. Well, I didn't even know he still made music." Oh, wow. And a 15-year-old, that album hits you like a truck with all your emotions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I fell in love with it immediately.
Well, I liked it. I thought it was great.
Lionhearted is a song that has such specific emotional connotations to me that if I play it, it will take me to a very specific place.
Okay.
Which is an airplane right as it's starting its final approach for landing.
Interesting.
Okay. I pretty much, this is going to sound so weird, I know, but Lionhearted just makes me, even more so when I'm coming home, it just makes me so sappy and reminiscent of the journey and travel and vacation I just had. I don't know what it is about that song, but I can't explain it. It's just a feeling, you know?
It's a fellow feeling.
Yes, it is. It's a fellow feeling.
All right. Number 26, getting to the halfway point, crisp 48 minutes into the recording.
It's going to be a long one.
It is. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I'll say it. I've never listened to this album in full. And
okay.
I learned.
You've heard the chain and shit, obviously.
Well, I've heard the chain. Here, I'm going to fucking snitch on myself more. About half the songs on this album I did not know were by Fleetwood Mac.
Really? You'd heard them before?
Yeah. You Can Go Your Own Way. I did not know that was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Was it? It's not Bluebird. It was a bird-related song, I think.
I don't know.
Either way,
I just want to say I don't like Fleetwood Mac. I know this is gonna sound bad, but something about them, it doesn't piss me off, but it's like, this is so boring. I'm sorry to all you old school pop rock lovers, but
I will accept a Gatsby on Fleetwood Mac.
I suppose.
But
I just think that the works that came after
I have a
are
fucking
better.
cat head in my mouth.
You do that on camera. Let the people see.
I know. You just gotta pay like $5 a month.
So sorry. I had to
Fucking hell.
Link in bio. Link in bio is all I'll say.
I'm gonna swallow that at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna swallow it. All right, I'll make sure of it.
God damn.
God damn.
I don't know how you could call it boring though.
Maybe it's just
Simple,
'cause
simple, sure. But
it
literally,
just reminds me of dentist waiting rooms, which is maybe is why I think it's boring.
literally, guy who listened to the first half of the chain gonna be so excited that the song's not over.
You're not wrong.
I think that. Okay, here's I guess my concession to you then. I think that this is an overrated album.
You don't have to concede anything to me. I'm just a guy with an opinion.
This is true, but I think this is an overrated album. In that it is really, really, really good. It is not as good as consensus would seem to agree.
Yeah. I see why people like it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend and
Yeah.
be like, oh, I don't know why anyone likes this.
It's
No, I know why it's hugely popular.
yeah.
It's just not for me.
It's a Mass Effect
In the literal sense or the game?
in the sense. Mass Effect is a game series where I completely understand why people love it, but I can't get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a very idiosyncratic thing for me to say.
No, I wouldn't say so. I get where you think that. Mass Effect is kind of hard to get into.
Yeah.
On some level.
All right, top 25, baby. At number 25, for exactly one reason, it's Close to the Edge by Yes.
What song are you referring to? Or what's the reason, I guess?
The reason is this is the third best Yes album.
Mm-hmm. You submitted one for season 2, didn't
I did.
you? Yeah.
I did, because it's the best Yes album. Fragile is the best Yes album, followed by the Yes album.
The Yes album is what I thought you'd say was the best Yes album.
Actually, I'm undecided. They're really, really close to each other.
Roundabout's off the Yes album, right?
No, Roundabout's off Fragile.
Shit.
Now, that
I
being
changed my mind.
said, if we're talking... yes, tangent here. If we're talking about the early rough cut of Roundabout, it's Fragile. If we're talking about the production version of Roundabout, it's the Yes album.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
It's very clean.
Worst decisions in human history, like killing Archduke Franz Ferdinand, inventing feudalism,
That might disagree with you.
inventing feudalism, and removing the snare from the bridge in Roundabout.
Oh, the original had a snare.
Yes, the rough cut had a fucking snare going into the bridge,
Shit, I've
and
only
it
heard the
carries
clean
you just a
version.
little further. It's like, yes, 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 yes. And they got rid of it. And that's why it doesn't live up to
I
other
gotta
stuff.
listen to that. I probably like it even more.
It's such a subtle touch, and it's so good.
Hell
But
yeah.
Close to the Edge is phenomenal. I will not even concede. Close to the Edge, the track, probably the best Yes track. But the album is weak outside of that. It's a very maggot brain situation.
Was this the only Yes album submitted?
It was.
Okay, just making sure.
It was, and that's my fault.
It's
That's
not
my
your fault. You saved it for season 2.
I did. I'm a big Yes head. Yes is, I think, the best, at least traditional progressive rock band, and yeah, they're phenomenal. Hot take I'll share right now: Owner of a Lonely Heart is ass.
Yeah.
I hate that song. It's their most popular song, and I think it
know it
fucking
is.
sucks.
I like that song, but I see why you don't like it.
But yeah, Close to the Edge is phenomenal. But this is my I Care Because You Do.
Yeah.
All right, number 24, Substrata by Biosphere.
I love this album.
I loved this album.
Yeah.
A little bit of really very tasty ambient music,
Yes.
and so lovely,
Very lovely.
so lovely.
When I pulled this up, my first thought after listening to it was like, how the fuck did I not already know this? was like, this is right up my alley.
I
It's
need
crazy.
more ambient music.
Yeah.
I need to find more. And I listened to a few Biosphere albums after hearing this.
Yeah.
Just because it's good work music.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so nice.
Absolutely.
It's so nice. I still remember I was on the veranda.
Uh-huh.
As a reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to this album fairly recently at work.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, really good. Really good. I like ambient music, and this was a really good ambient album. All right, Chai, number 23.
Outer Edges by Noisia.
Can you carry this for like 5 minutes? Because I can still feel the hair at the back of my throat, and I'm going to get some water.
Okay. You want me to talk about Noisia and drum and bass? Yeah, please. Okay. This is so fucking easy. Okay.
I'm muted.
Yeah, no worries. So I've been deputized to take over for a minute. Outer Edges by Noisia. Let's get into this. Noisia, Dutch drum and bass trio from Utrecht. They are known for a style of drum and bass called Neurofunk, which is aggressive, maximalist. I see another Neurofunk album coming up on this list, so we'll get into it more. But that's their style. And Outer Edges came out in 2016, I believe. Their second studio album brought in a much more refined, minimal, and also a still very aggressive style compared to their previous album. I forget the name of the album, but it's their first album, the one with Machine Gun and Reptilians and all that. So the thing about this album that I think Seth liked a lot was that it knows what it is. It is a super well produced and super clean, aggressive. It makes you feel energized. It makes you feel angry. And I have a feeling that's why he likes it so much. He's back, and we're going to find out if I was correct on if that's why Seth likes this album.
I have swallowed the hair. There's a lot of dashes where Biosphere used to be.
Well, that's because you put the mic down.
I put the microphone on the keyboard. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know what Chai just said. I hope it was some blood libel against the Albanians. But
not this time.
Outer Edges is good.
I tried to explain why I thought you liked it, so please tell me if I'm right or not. Oh, you just spilled your shit.
Waterfall TV, baby. Yeah, energizing, a little hectic, very driving, very powerful, but restrained.
Oh, in what way?
You know me. It's not Machine Girl.
No.
And I like Machine Girl. This is
real motherfucking drum and bass.
This is if we gave Machine Girl not like Xanax, because that's too much, but like just a little something to take the edge off.
Couple whiskeys.
Yeah. Just a little toned down, a little easier to listen to, but in a way that's still very fun, very driving, very energetic, and produced really well.
I did say that stuff. That is more or less what I said. What I explained was he likes it because I think it knows what it is. It is very well produced, and it makes you feel a certain type of way, energized, angry.
I also like that the album cover looks like men coming out of milk.
Mm-hmm. That's where they're coming out. Where else do you come out of? I don't know where else you can come out of.
Cream?
Yeah, you do tend to come out of cream. That's how it usually goes.
Usually. But with modern medicine, you can come out of anything.
Oh, yeah. You can come into anything, too. All right, next album. We're glossing past that. What's up?
I ain't glossing past shit. Next up, we got Mano no Aware by various artists. Vibe. Super vibey, but varied as well.
Yeah, not one-dimensional.
No, a lot of variety. A few standout tracks for me. Second Mistake, because
I remember that one.
it's so basic, but holy shit, does that stick in your head? I think because it's like hypnotizing almost. Just the
I can see
exact
that.
the exact same sound for like 5 minutes, but it's good and
That's definitely the goal.
it's mournful.
Yeah, because what does mononohora mean? I looked this up.
I did look this up. It means like presence of mind or some shit like this.
It has a very
It's melancholy.
specific feeling that its meaning is.
Mono no aware. The pathos of things.
An empathetic sensitivity to the transience of life's beauty.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
super fair. Super valid. I think speaking to that is I think it was the Eve's Tumor song on it, which was more of a sound collage of like people going through a photo album. That was affecting. That was nice. And very me. I liked the song VXO Meg because that was loud as fuck. Yeah.
I like this album a lot too. When I first listened to it, it definitely makes you feel a certain type of way, and that's
The water stain on my shirt is Australia. No, look at the monitor.
oh yeah.
That's
and Tasmania's there too.
Tasmania's there
my
too.
God,
That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. That's exactly. It looks like Antarctica too a little bit.
A little.
I think it's
a
pretty.
little bit. There's no
The
there's
second you noticed it was when it was the best,
yeah.
and then now it's never going to be the same.
Yeah. Anyways, Mono no Aware was a good album.
These are all good albums.
Yeah, these are all
Besides
good.
Rumors, I'm just playing. All right.
At number 21, Below the House by Planning for Burial.
What are your thoughts? Because I didn't find this album particularly affecting.
No. Look, nothing is and nothing can ever be Giles Corey.
Okay.
But this album can try as hard as it wants to be Giles Corey.
It's derivative.
It's derivative, but it still has merit, and I still like listening to it.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything particularly wrong with it. It just didn't affect me like Giles Corey did.
Yeah, but like nothing's going to.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Nothing is going to hit as hard as Giles Corey does. But in terms of the few slowcore albums that were on or in Music Club that I hadn't listened to, this tops them. Like Matawan, I know Dom and I have our disagreements on it. I get why Matawan is cool. It's just not as polished. It's not as refined as Below the House. Yeah. And Orb Weaving was also a really good album.
Yes, it was.
But I just had a preference for Below the House, I guess.
Fair enough.
All right. I keep fucking up my mic. Next up, late to the party, it's Brat.
It's Brat.
It's Brat.
We're Brat.
I'm
Brat.
Man, if I had a video editing program, this shit would be green.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't. And I won't.
This says that Brendan submitted it. Is that true?
I think it is. I think Brendan put in Brat.
It wasn't Dom for sure.
No, I think it was Brendan. And this very much could have been a case of Brendan beating Dom to the punch. I can just Control F here for Brat. Yeah, Brendan.
Okay. That's not that surprising.
Brendan is Brat.
No, yeah, I agree. I just thought Dom liked this album a lot, so I don't know.
I mean, but who doesn't?
Because he did his bachelor's party. Yeah.
All right, look. Okay, so here's the thing. This falls into the category of like everyone was so hype about this that I kind of thought,
it's mediocre.
It can't be that good. If everyone likes it, it can't be that good. But it was. It really was.
What made it good?
Von Dutch.
Yeah, good song.
365.
What I mean is
the songs.
What about these songs spoke to you.
I know you're gonna
someone.
come at me being like, "Oh, Charlie XCX is British and she liked club culture, so she incorporated that." And
She's British Indian. You know who else is British Indian?
You.
Yeah,
I know.
I actually like that a lot about her.
But no, I did like that there was like a lot of dance influence on it. It wasn't straightforward pop. It was a very, I don't want to say unique sound, because I think it was a lot of familiar sounds put together in a way that was unique. Mm-hmm. It had a huge energy, a bold confidence to it,
right?
And it knew that it knew it sounded good.
Yes.
It knew it went really hard.
And here's my thoughts on Brad. So first of all, I've been a long time listener of Charlie XCX. I love it with Iconopop. That song absolutely fucking rocks, and that's where I first heard of her. And I followed her musical journey throughout the years, starting with like sort of bland, I don't want to pop, moving to she had her album Crash before Brad, and that was sort of moving towards.
Hold up, real quick, Chai. Check your gain, because I'm just realizing you sound super quiet in my audio mixer.
I can turn it back up. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So she started moving towards a more dance focused sound, and Brat just sort of was the end of it,
like the synthesis of all of it.
Yeah, you could say. I thought this album was technically good. I thought that the dance hooks, the production, the homage to club culture, it was all authentic. I did not think that Charlie was. I fully believe that she is the person that she said she was on Brad. That pop diva stuff from before feels fake now that, Brad seems way more true to herself, which I do love.
Charlie should kill Taylor Swift at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Like with a gun.
Hey, you heard that from him, not me. But also,
Don't sue me. I love Kansas City Chiefs.
Whatever you say, boss, because I can't agree with that one. But the only issue that I have with Brad, and maybe this is just me being a gatekeeping asshole, but the Brad culture is.
Kamala ruined it.
But even before that, Brad culture, this is gonna sound weird, but that's my fucking culture. All right, I'm that guy who. I don't want to incriminate myself, but
are you saying you're Brat? You're more Brat than all these white bitches?
It's more so, yeah. First of all, yes, but it's more so the fact that she's rapping about going to parties, doing drugs, smoking cigs, being out all night, listening to dance music, going to raves, and it's like, dude, that's my life. And while I love that, I hate seeing all these people pretending that they do this shit.
That's fair.
This sounds pretentious. This sounds gatekeeping, but my culture is not your costume. That's legit what I'm saying, and that's my only problem with that. That sounds stupid.
She made fucking ecstasy prices spike.
I've said my fucking truth.
All right, 19 and 18, I think definitionally need to be done together, and that is To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City. And it's in that order. I think Good Kid, Mad City's better.
I agree, obviously, but I'm shocked that you thought you had Good Kid, Mad City as high as it is, and you had Pimp a Butterfly lower than it. Pimp a Butterfly, I thought that you would. I knew you would love. I just didn't think you'd love Good Kid, Mad City so much.
I'm gonna put it this way. I think conceptually, To Pimp a Butterfly is his better album. I think that there was more thought and attention
in terms of focus.
Yeah, it was more focused. It was more of an artistic, coherent project.
Yes, absolutely.
But I think that in doing that, and in Kendrick not so much talking about his lived experience, he loses a little bit of authenticity that carries Good Kid, Mad City. The tracks on Good Kid, Mad City have a passion and energy and an almost like desperation.
Yes.
That I adore.
It's real.
It's so real. And even if it's on a track by track basis, Good Kid, Mad City has more bangers.
Banger.
Good Kid, Mad City, swimming pools,
Money trees.
money trees. And don't get me wrong, I think that To Pimp a Butterfly has some excellent tracks. First comes to mind is The Blacker the Berry. The Blacker the Berry is phenomenal. And they're
King
both
Kunta.
yeah, they're both great, but I got to give personal preference to Good Kid, Mad City.
And I agree with that sentiment. I think both albums are phenomenal in different ways. When these two albums came out was when I was at the peak of listening to rap. So I remember when Swimming Pools came out freshman year of high school, I fell in love with that album immediately. I didn't even... Yeah, but also...
Don't worry, I'm just making some adjustments to
I was
the list
looking
on
at
the
what he was doing.
fly.
I forgot. I lost my train of thought. It's an album that feels a lot more like Kendrick rapping about being Kendrick, as opposed to Pimp a Butterfly, where it's Kendrick rapping about the state of the country and, things of that regard. And while Kendrick is a super smart guy, he's very capable of cutting social commentary like on To Pimp a Butterfly. I just like Good Kid, Mad City better because it's just fun.
Yeah, Good Kid.
Yeah,
I think you put it like in a good way. To Pimp a Butterfly, I think is a better showcase of his ability, but Good Kid, Mad City is a better showcase of his personality.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I prefer that. At number 17, This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco, which I didn't expect to like as much as I did.
I'm shocked you like this so much.
I kind of loved this.
I'm not gonna say I had a Mac DeMarco phase. This was like freshman year of college. I think it's a good album. I did not think you'd like it this much.
Let me put it this way, and it fits a really specific category for me of guys you can tell are having a great time.
Guys you can tell are Canadian.
I thought he was Australian. Like King Gizzard. I'm gonna rope
You
this
can tell
back.
they're Australian, that's for sure.
You can. King Gizzard is technically gifted. Like, they are phenomenal players, and they compose great music, and they write great music. But at the end of the day, I'm not listening to them because they're really good at it. I'm listening to them because they're having so much fucking fun.
Hell yeah.
And it rubs off on you.
Yeah.
You can't help but have a good time. And Mac DeMarco, a really similar vibe. I immediately became like parasocial. I was like,
This is my friend.
this is my friend. He's chilling with me, and I got too high, and he's calming me down. And I really liked that.
He has a calming voice.
He really does. And a calming instrumentation. Like,
Yes.
the whole thing is
Lo-fi.
just a lo-fi, chill
Analog.
vibe. He's doing so much with so little, and it's welcoming. It's just so warm and wholesome, and I loved that. I adored it. All right.
It's a fun album for sure.
It is. Actually, here, before I go any further, I'm going to do quick shout outs to albums that I bought vinyls for since the last time I talked.
Right.
Earth 2. Untrue.
Yeah. What else you show me? You didn't buy Brat, did you?
I did not buy Brat. I did buy This Old Dog.
Right, you did. Yeah.
And a couple of other that are coming up. All right, at number 16, The Garden Series by Post Animal.
Hands up. I don't remember this.
Okay. What if King Gizzard was A, American, B, heavily influenced by Black Sabbath, and C, led by a dude from Stranger Things?
Oh, that's this band.
That's this
Really?
band. And honestly, really good. A definite, like, earlier King Giz sound, garage rocky sound.
Okay,
with,
well, yeah, I was going to
like,
ask how you'd classify it.
Yeah, like a lot of heavier doom influences in there, but still having fun.
Yeah.
And another one that totally just enters the category of guys having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that a lot. Really,
Hell yeah.
really good AP.
I'll check it out.
I
like who it is.
I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it.
I just know him as the Stranger Things band.
I know, no. I think his name's like Joe Keeley or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know who you're talking about.
He he can do it. He can hold it down.
He's a singer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I muted my mic in time. Let's go. That's professional.
Yeah, they're still hearing you through my mic. But regardless,
At least they're not going deaf.
Maybe they should after hearing this. Next album is Crystal Castles by Crystal Castles, submitted by me. What are your thoughts?
Elevated chiptune, which is super reductionist and basic of me.
Yes,
But
I get it.
I'll put it this way. Like, I knew that chiptune could be organized in such a way that was super interesting because I had a video game music phase, obviously.
Yeah.
Look at me. But they added a lot more to it.
Yeah.
And I really loved the trend of going between more traditional dancey fun tracks and absolute noise rage.
Yeah.
That ruled.
Yeah.
That Whiplash was my shit.
I considered this album a precursor to hyperpop.
And I can totally understand why. I could easily describe hyperpop as taking any two adjacent tracks at this album and playing them at the same time. Yeah. And that works. And yeah, just both modes of this album were really fun to me.
Yeah. So the way I classify this album, and I like this album a lot. I'm a little surprised you liked it so much. I'm not surprised you liked it, but it is indie sleaze. I know that term sort of gets reserved for guitar music, especially British guitar music, but
But I think I get it in this context.
yeah, it's very sleazy.
It is.
Maybe the music itself isn't, but the guy who made the music is really bad guy.
Oh, no.
I hate to tell you this. I guess I have to, but anyone who knows Crystal Castles knows the story.
Sometimes bad people make good music.
So it's a guy. I forget his name. He's Canadian. Older guy meets this. I think Alice Glass was 16 or 17 when he met him, or he met her. I don't know what the situation was. I know they were in a relationship at some point, but he was apparently very abusive partner, very controlling. This is gonna sound terrible, but goddamn, did they not make some fucking bangers? And that makes it super sleazy. And I really feel for Alice Glass. She went through a lot.
And you I took
separating art from artist.
Yeah, I took Daughters off of my season 1 playlist after learning what went down with that. But no, unfortunately, being a bad person does not necessarily mean you don't make good art.
Absolutely. Unfortunately.
But yeah, I liked Crystal Castles. I thought this was a fun album.
It was a super influential album. You hear it in so much pop music to this day.
Yeah. At number 14, we had Pygmalion by Slowdive. And I like shoegaze.
Yeah, it's shoegaze, that is for sure.
It's good shoegaze.
I think it's a good album. I don't like shoegaze as much as you do, so I thought it was fine. Yeah.
I thought it was really rich and layered. And here is a sin. I don't like Loveless. Mm-hmm. I think Loveless is not a great shoegaze album. I understand its influence. I understand why it gets the acclaim and respect it deserves, but it's the ground floor.
Yeah.
And I don't know necessarily if I want to call Pygmalion the summit, but you're getting up there. And gorgeously put together, gorgeously paced. Every sound is silky.
Yeah.
Every sound is just so warm and deep, and it all melts together in the way that shoegaze really, really should. And I just thought it was phenomenal.
Like I said, I don't like shoegaze very much, but I like this album. So that tells you something, hopefully.
Yeah, fair enough. At 13, the winner of Damn Son, Where'd You Find This?
This
is
good fucking album.
Emotional Heat for a
Damn
Cold
Son,
Generation
where the fuck did you find
by
this?
JIL. Nick, where the fuck did you
Has
find
like
this?
5,000 plays
It had
on
like,
Spotify.
yeah, no one listens to this.
How?
Undeserved or obscurity.
People need to be listening to this.
People need to be listening to this. We need to
fucking
tell
good.
everybody about this.
Yes, we are. That's what we're doing right now.
Anthony Fantano, you are a fucking
You are a bald fraud.
You are a
on
bald
watch.
fraud, unemployed piece of shit. Because if you actually gave a fuck, you would have rated this.
Yes. What
This-
kind of music reviewer are you? This is good stuff.
This is so good. This is better than 90% of other music.
This is better than all that shit. Also, you didn't like Fontaine's DC, so I've been putting a fatwa against you, Anthony Fantano. It is-
Fatwa against Anthony. Ali also has a fatwa against Anthony
Good.
Fantano for giving The Divine Feminine by Mac
you didn't
Miller
like
a
that, didn't you?
4.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like, came out of fucking nowhere. Pissed me off a little bit because I couldn't tell who submitted this for Mystery Week, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
ruined my perfect score.
We thought it was Brendan.
I thought this was Brendan for sure because, Nick, I did not expect you to pull something with like 500 listens.
Yeah. It's a sick fucking pull.
Sick fucking pull. Legendary pull. I had Freak on my wedding playlist.
Uh-huh.
Allie and I love that song. Just,
It's good shit. If
good
you haven't heard it,
shit.
listen to it.
Listen to this. I just want to make sure I don't contradict myself with what I'm about to say. Jake, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. Okay. At number 12, it's Sick Boy by Ren.
Good album.
Good album. And Ren is the best white rapper. Fuck Eminem.
Look, there's not a ton of good white rappers. I mean, they're getting better. That's
I didn't
for sure.
say there were a lot.
Netspend, you're not bad.
Also, Mac
Keep
Miller
doing
doesn't count.
Who?
Mac Miller.
Why not?
I'm going to be so real. In heaven, Max Black.
I knew you were gonna say that. He's from fucking Pittsburgh, dude.
I know. Look, some people are just born in the wrong bodies, and Mac Miller's one of those people.
Mac Miller was born in the right body. He looks exactly what he sounds like. He's just good at rapping.
Yeah. But Ren looks the way a white rapper should, and he's Welsh. And aside from that disability, he also had Lyme disease.
The problem with that is that white rappers are only white rappers if they're American.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Fuck.
Once they become British, they become even black. This is gonna sound bad. I'm allowed to say it because I'm British, but even black British like grime rappers like they didn't invent rap. Like it's an American thing. It kind of sounds a little like inauthentic.
Oi, bruv, I'ma pop your shit.
Well, no, I mean, listen to JME, listen to Skepta, listen to Wiley, all those greats. Like they make amazing music, but rap is American at the end of the day. And but this album, it was better than I thought it would have been.
Yeah. Super low expectations. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
absolutely.
lie. And I think this was the first album that came up where I went, okay, Jake.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, you're a little swaggy with it. I think that this combined good introspective songwriting with interesting production.
Yeah.
The songs were engaging and not just on a lyrics level. And I liked that.
Yeah. Because he wasn't, if I remember correctly, he wasn't pretending to be something he wasn't.
No, he was basically saying, like, I liked rapping, and then I got fucking Lyme disease, and I haven't been able to go outside in 4 years, and that shit
Exactly.
sucks.
Yeah.
And he wrote an album about that, and he did a really fucking good job doing it.
True. You know what white rapper I really fucking hate? I'm really sorry. I know a couple of people might like him.
You're gonna say
NF.
NF. You're gonna say
Fucking
NF.
hate him. So
NF
corny.
did not make this
Absolute
list.
cornball.
He's corny.
Yeah.
I like him better than Eminem.
They're both Detroit rappers,
They are,
I think.
but I think Eminem's more annoying.
Eminem's definitely annoying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyways, at number 11, just missing the top 10, just missing it.
Great album.
is TNT by Tortoise, which is the best post-rock album that I hesitate to call post-rock.
I loved it because, I didn't know what to think, but it's post-rock.
It's definitionally post-rock, but on a purely vibes level, it doesn't feel like post-rock.
No. Neither does Seagrass. But
You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this. Tortoise doesn't sound like post-rock because they're having fun.
They are not having fun in Seagrass.
No,
they're crying.
Godspeed You Black Emperor. Yeah. They are not having fun.
They're not having fun.
Explosions in the sky. They are not having fun.
They're not having a good time.
Tortoise are the only people making post-rock that enjoy it. And you can tell.
You're absolutely right.
They're having a good time. And they're making really interesting...
I don't know, Earth, it's not post-rock, but...
It's drone. And they're having fun doing it. Sun is not.
Yeah.
That should be, we need to come up with like a 3-axis chart of music of like happy, depressing, technical, angry? Simple, fun, having fun, and hating it. And I feel like we could categorize all music that way, regardless of genre.
Yeah, vibes-based rating system.
Entirely vibes-based. But Tortoise still manages to be incredibly technically impressive.
Yeah.
Beautifully put together, but in a magical way where everything has such an intentionality, and yet it never stops feeling like it's a jam. Like they're just making this shit up on the spot.
It is good fucking music.
And
I didn't think of it the way Seth just described it, but they are definitely breaking the mold of the average post-rock band and having a good time doing it.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the top 10. And at number 10, it's Ethiops by Billy Woods. And this is how I discovered I fucking love Billy Woods.
You just put out a new album.
I did.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not big on conscious rap. I like bangers. And while Billy Woods, he's talented, great songwriter, vivid storyteller. I don't want. I was about to say, this is gonna sound bad. I was about to be like, oh yeah, maybe he should have been a white guy born in a black man's body. That sounds horrible. Actually, forget I said that, please. I'm not white, so you can't get mad at me.
I could put it this way: Billy Woods reminds me more of like a beatnik poet than a rapper.
Yeah.
And that is something that I hear in his writing for sure, but his flow as well. It's a very free-form, hard-hitting, and merciless flow. Mm-hmm. Not like in a "I'm not going to let you go," but in a just nothing held back. He's not trying to make you comfortable. He's not saying it for you. He's just getting it out.
Yeah.
And you combine that with the production and the way that some of the tracks sound, like the doldrums. That fucking sounds like the doldrums. That just sounds like being stuck doing nothing and just creaking and discomfort. And just this album was so well put together. I didn't know your shit could do that.
Testing my hardware mute button real quick just to, because your voice was picking up on mic, so I'm not gonna do that shit.
I was leaning in because I was being intense. But I did listen to his new album, Gollywog. I like Gollywog better than Ethiops. But Ethiops is the best rap album, in my opinion, that was submitted for Music Club.
Fair. I can see why you'd say that.
At number 9.
Snake Monastery by Yidra.
It's Yidra?
Have we ever been over this?
No. I thought it was Gydra.
No.
Or Gydra. But that makes sense, like a euro.
Yeah. Because they are Russian. Russian neurofunk duo. What are your
like
thoughts?
that they got the fucking... Okay, where's the voice from? The voice. Because it's like, I hear it in memes, but they're like, "Welcome to the dungeon of the serpent."
I just think that's like announcer voice. Mortal Kombat. Or even like... boxing announcer voice.
It was so fucking cheesy.
Yeah, that's why it's
But
good.
I loved every minute of it. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm shocked you loved this album as much as you did, because I love this album, obviously, but I love this album because you know what? This is my album, so you say your thoughts on it.
What if Doom was a fantasy game? I guess that's Quake.
Yeah, it's faster, Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's badass in the way of like skeleton libtard memes badass, where it's like, get the fuck out of my way, I'm getting the power of the serpent.
It's the Wolfpack song.
Exactly. It's a Wolfpack ass album, but it is unapologetically what it is, and it's dumb fun. There's nothing intellectual about this album. It's Pacific Rim.
Yes.
It's a Pacific Rim ass album, and I loved it.
All right, so I'll give you a little more context on this. It was released, first of all, in terms of the cheesiness, it was released on this neurofunk drum and bass label called Eat Brain, and they're sort of known for over-the-top, cheesy, horror, vintage-themed type, you could say like copy for like promoting albums and stuff. And this sort of falls into that sort of specter. Like Yidrum have made other songs and albums that are a lot more like serious. And stepping off of that, one of the reasons why I love this album is because it is so maximalist. It is so intense. It slaps you in the face.
I think it is the most maximalist album you submitted. I'll put it that way.
I think so. And I guess that makes sense to why you love it. But whenever I'm like working out and I want to like hit a PR, or I just got to do something that I just need high energy for, I put on like Lava Run. That song just makes me go crazy.
Dude, Poison Trap's my shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This goes fucking insane.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. All right.
At number 8, an album that I did not know was 2 fucking hours long.
Not illegal, by the way.
Yeah, not allowed, Jude. You did not read the rules, Jude. And yet here you are at number 8. It's Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by the Smashing Pumpkins. I obviously knew the hits, 1989 or 1979.
Yes.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
The rest of the album is as good, if not better.
Yes.
Those aren't highlights. Those are just beats.
Yeah.
And it maintains that level of quality for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah.
I listened to this driving home. I put it on when I got into West Virginia, and I was somewhere near Charleston. I was like, this shit's still fucking good.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay. I need to listen to Siamese Dream, because I hear people saying Siamese Dream is better than Melancholy, and I don't fucking believe them.
I haven't listened to a ton of Smashing Pumpkins. Melancholy is an album I've heard a bunch. I think it's really good. It's Billy Corgan, right? That's the lead singer's name.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan is, I hate to say it, you're a kind of a cornball, but you are an excellent songwriter, and it shows on every single...
And he's genuine.
Yes.
He's not forcing any of it, and it keeps... Every song is done well. Every song individually is performed and created well. But to sustain that for a double album and maintain variety in tone, that's a feat.
Yeah.
Like, I love double albums. The Seer by Swans is one of my favorite albums of all time. But they don't do that. The tone is pretty consistent. And
it's not an A-side and a B-side.
No. This is just 2 phenomenal albums packaged in one case. Excellent.
Yeah, this was an album that I spent a lot of time listening to in college when I was really depressed, so special place in my heart.
First time listener and big fan. At number 7, Gongjung Dodak by Midair Thief. These guys are having fun.
Yeah.
These guys are having fun. These Korean boys are having a good time.
I don't remember an individual song off this album, but I do remember listening to this album, and I do remember having a good time.
They said woo.
Yeah, they did.
They said woo.
Yeah, they did.
I like when they say woo. I don't speak Korean. And it'd be really funny if all of these
Speak
are
a little
really...
Chinese for him, Seth.
Ni hao, bing shiling.
That's a Cometown reference we won't get into.
I didn't actually know that was a Cometown reference.
I'll explain it after. It's pretty
All right,
bad.
cool. What it comes down to is it would be revelatory and hysterical if this was a really sad album. Like, what if this is a breakup album?
No shot, dude. You know how K-pop is.
But this isn't K-pop, and
No,
like
but
not similar, not even close. But like Parannoul, After the Magic,
yeah,
phenomenal. But Koreans are capable of sadness,
yeah.
despite what the media wants you to think.
Korean movies tend to be sad, at least in my experience.
But no, these boys are having fun.
Yeah,
They say woo.
yeah, they do.
They say woo. You know who else say woo? King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on every album at least 20 times.
I thought you were about to say fucking Pop Smoke.
Does Pop Smoke say woo?
Yeah, it's like his thing.
Oh,
So
I didn't
that's
know that.
fair enough.
I'm not familiar with Pop
Yeah, it's like
Smoke.
he died. R.I.P.
Oh,
Pop Smoke.
I have
Don't
heard
tweet out your
R.I.P. Pop
address.
Smoke.
He's the living proof of don't
Oh
tweet out your
no.
address.
But yeah, Mid-Air Thief, they're having fun.
Yes,
I don't know what else to say because I don't speak Korean.
But you love the album.
All right, and for who I actually think won the Damn Son, Where'd You Find This
so where'd you
award?
find this?
A New State by Nervequakes. Honestly, a top 3 post-punk album for me of all time.
Yeah,
With like I think 30 listeners.
really fucking good. I like this a lot. This was Mystery Week.
Yeah, this was Mystery Week.
I don't know who I said that. I think I said this. You
did.
I think so.
I think I pinned this on Evan out of necessity.
You got it right.
I did. But yeah, holy fuck. This is, I think, my only criticism, and it's a very, very mild criticism, is it's derivative. But it's derivative in a way where you can hear exactly every influence that they have, but they have synthesized it into something perfect.
Any post-punk after Joy Division is derivative. Just saying. I mean, that's a hot take.
Well,
You can think about that.
it comes down to like, is anything original?
Nothing's original.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But like, you know, the Smiths are definitely in
Yes,
there.
yeah.
Television is definitely
Yes.
in there. Fuck, there's a third one. I remember mentioning very specifically a third one. Either way.
I feel like I know who you're thinking about. I just don't know their name.
Yeah. Amazing. Incredible. Like, so well done. So, Evan, this would be the Damn Son, Where'd You Find This award, but I know your fucking secret. I know you go on 4chan and you visit the fucking
RMU.
music boards.
Yeah.
And I know that's where you found this shit, because where else would you find this? Phenomenal.
Dude,
Phenomenal.
this entire fucking music club is just you mute bait.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on.
It's at least we're not racist
Speak for yourself.
against non-whites.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, top five time.
Hot take time. Announce it.
Okay. At number 5, Faith in Strangers by Andy Stott, which I did get on vinyl.
And you know what? I'll say it. This is an absolutely excellent album, worthy of praise. It's just that... Oh, fuck. I keep forgetting the... Yeah. It's not his best album. I think Luxury Problems is Andy Stott's best album. I don't know if you've heard it.
I partially agree with you, and I say partially because I did start listening to Andy Stott's other albums, and I don't remember the name of the one. that I liked the best.
So Luxury Problems is the one right before Faith and Strangers where he sort of develops the sound.
I really liked It Should Be Us. It Should Be Us was incredible. But I have learned, generally speaking, I just fucking love Andy's style.
He's really good.
He's so good.
His style has changed so much.
It has. And everything is so crisp and just
thoughtful.
Exactly. Everything. It is a Swiss watch of an album. Mm-hmm. All of them are. Everything serves an extremely specific purpose that it serves on time, on pitch, without fail. And something that has always been a bit of a limitation with electronic music for me is that the lack of lyrics help, or I don't want to say help, they leave a bit of an emotional void in that I have a harder time visualizing what something is.
I'm the opposite.
And I think that's completely reasonable. But like lyrics help me paint a picture in my head, right? The song Violence gave me the most vivid imagery I've ever had, which is when it hits that drop where the bass is crushing and it's screeching. I can imagine I am on a future version of Soma where my emotions are completely limited, mm-hmm. and I am committing war crimes in water wars in Central Asia. Mm-hmm. Every time that bass hits, I am shooting a child.
I see it. I see what you mean. I feel like we talked about this.
We did
when we did the Overmono listen along.
Yeah, because I can't get the image out of my head.
Yeah,
it sticks, and holy fuck, I love this album. It's
a good album.
I love this album.
It is a very good album, but I personally, Luxury Problems.
Luxury Problems is phenomenal. It is. I would take Faith in Strangers over Luxury Problems, but I am not going to give you any shit for like Luxury Problems.
They're both A and B, no matter how you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you can't really go either way and be wrong.
So I think this is getting into the territory where I don't remember what I initially rated Faith in Strangers. It is a 9.5.
You rated it at least a 9.
I rated it at least
maybe
a 9.
8.5 minimum, but 9 probably.
At number 4, as a lot of you will remember, I only gave out 3 10s. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a bit surprising that one of them is at number 4. And it's Noveler by Noveler. This is the best noise rock album I've ever listened to. And that hasn't changed.
It's very good at what it is.
It is. It is perfect.
If you like noise rock, you will give this album a 10 out of 10. It's not a question.
It is perfect at what it does. Mm-hmm. But does the best noise rock album in the world clear maybe the second best album in a different genre?
That's up to you to say.
The answer is no, in my opinion. Noveler, to its credit, nothing is as violent, horrendous, brutal, crushing, suffocating, and dark as this. Like, I am getting carbon monoxide poisoning, and I'm loving every minute of it, Jerry. And it's even conceptually what it is, taking samples from like hundreds of black metal artists around the world and then making this. Like, holy fucking shit. Noveler rules.
It sure does.
But it's not top 3.
Very vivid imagery. I agree. I'm not the biggest noise rock fan in the world, but I like this album a lot. I do remember listening to it. It evoked a lot of emotions. And I can appreciate that.
Not good emotions.
No. But you're not always looking for good emotions.
You're not. I'm looking for violence. And that's where to find it. At number 3, I am issuing a correction, and I will be issuing my 4th 10 of Music Club. Mm-hmm. At number 3, it is Drone Logic by Daniel Avery.
What a fucking album.
What a fucking
I know
album.
You love it. You love it more than I do, which I'm surprised.
The run of Drone Logic to These Nights Never End to Naive Response might be the best 15 minutes of music I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
Yes. It's flawless.
Fair enough.
It's no notes. I think some songs that would be the best songs on other albums, I know you love Water Jump. It's a weak opener.
You think so?
In comparison, having that run of Drone Logic to Naive Response right in the middle is a detriment to the overall album, because you're waiting for it to happen and then you're thinking about it for the rest of the album. And the rest of the album is great. Need Electric, awesome. All I Need, awesome. Water Jump's even awesome. Free Flow, it's just so good. It's just so fucking good. And I know I posted my Wrapped, and yeah, those 3 songs.
3 of them. They were
those
all
3
songs
songs
there.
Yeah, because I can't listen to them individually. It's always 1, then 2, then 3.
And I'm gonna defend Water Jump real quick. All right, I think, imagine that you are at a show and the opener, the last opener, just walked off the stage. The lights dim. The music's being turned up, to its full extent, and you're just stood there waiting,
I can see that.
The intro synths kick in, and then you're waiting, and then the bass drops, and it's loud as fuck.
I think that the problem I had the first time I listened to this was I got really caught up on the title, Drone Logic, and I hyper fixated on the drones. And the drones are great, but I focused too hard on them the first time I listened, and I didn't realize how amazing everything else was. So then on my next listen, I was like, oh, this is fun. This is groovy. And a lot of the melodies stuck in my head. And then the third time I was like, oh no, there's drones here too. And they elevate everything.
This album is called Drone Logic, but this is do not be fooled. This is techno, and this is ambient.
Yeah, it's it's a blend. It's danceable ambient.
Yeah.
You could totally have this on in the background, but you can also let it consume you completely.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Listen to it at home, listen to it in the club. You're going to have a great time either way.
I have a vinyl of this now too. It's so good.
Not my favorite Daniel Avery album though.
Yeah, you showed me your favorite.
It's season 2. It's on season 2. I don't think you'll like it as much, but
I think I listened to a bit and I didn't like it as much.
Okay,
but I'll give it a shot. I'm open. At number 2, the second best album of Music Club was Crush by Floating Points.
Before you get into this, Nick, I love you. I love your music taste. It's all good. This is an album I know I told Seth about when it came out. Like the week it came out, I was listening to this album nonstop back in 2019. And I also did submit it originally for Music Club, but then when I saw Nick had submitted it, I took it off for other things. But I'm just saying, I don't know if you remember, but I am the first person who told you about this album when it first came out.
Cope.
You can call it Cope, but
I don't remember that.
Okay.
And look, this would not be the first time I've slept on something like that. Dom tried to get me to listen to Death Consciousness, and I got halfway through an Eternal Worm, and I said, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I know it's Cope, but I'm saying my piece here, all right? I'm not going to gatekeep, but Floating Points is someone I've known and loved about since I was legitimately a young teenager. Like, I've been a Floating Points fan for a long time. He makes beautiful music. He makes beautiful melodies. The rest of his work besides Crush is dance music. It is club bangers.
I can't verify this, but this is going to make you feel even worse. This is a rumor and unsubstantiated, but one possible way that Nick may have found this album is from a Super Smash Brothers compilation cut that used Fillets as the backing music.
I know what video you're talking about.
I don't know if he discovered the album through that or if it was a coincidence. But
Also, why would that make me feel any sort of way? It's just
I
people
don't know,
discover
it
music
just-
in their own way.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
it doesn't
discovered
matter
it
how you
because I'm a
found it.
floating points
Yeah.
fan. OG. That's why I'm saying my piece.
Hot
here.
take. I didn't like Promises.
Yeah.
I didn't like Promises that much.
Yeah, it's more of a me type
Yeah.
than you type, which is fine.
But Crush,
Yeah.
I described it when I first reviewed Crush. Crush did something I wanted for a very, very long time, which was for C418 to get a little crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. That's what Crush is. You take the simplicity and beauty and crunch of the Minecraft soundtrack and you inject a little bit of sauce in it.
What's that track? Seafarers.
Sea-Watch?
Sea-Watch, yeah. So that track, if you didn't know, is about a cruise ship accident in Italy that happened, I think.
Costa Concordia?
It might have been Costa Concordia. It's probably Costa Concordia because it's the most famous one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was, because this is about a very courageous captain sort of.
Oh, yeah, not the
doing
Costa
everything.
Concordia
Yeah,
then.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, it's a story I knew about when I listened to the album, and it made me cry the first time I heard it, and it still is super emotional to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, this is the most beautiful electronic album I've ever listened to.
The top two albums both made me cry a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one made me cry.
Yeah.
I
I think it made a lot of us cry.
I think it did. Well, let's not beat around the bush. At number one, it's Hospice by the Antlers, which I have elaborated on the personal impact that it had for me.
It's a tough fucking listen, dude.
It's a really tough listen. It's a really, really hard listen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on there. And the message of it, particularly at the end, is what makes it a 10. The recognition of trauma and the overcoming of it.
The fragility of life, obviously. That's more so a theme throughout the album, more so than just.
Actually, I want to interview you a little bit on it, because I spilled water.
Mm-hmm.
That was incidental to me.
Yeah.
That was an incident.
That was something I took from it personally.
That was a second level narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That was a second.
Yeah, the overcoming narrative is obviously just grief.
No.
What?
No. Do you know the story? Do you know the lore?
I know the lore. I'm just curious to say what you're saying about it. Maybe where I'm expressing something in a different way, but
This album isn't about grief. It's about self-actualization.
mm-hmm.
It's about learning not to depend on someone else. And learning to take control, even though that can be hard and that can be scary.
I feel like all these things come from grief. I feel like I understand all these things. I think it's a semantic difference here.
I don't think that it is, because when I think of grief in music, I think of A Crow Looked at Me.
I'm not thinking of grief in music. I'm thinking of grief in the context of human life, like what this guy is feeling.
Okay.
This is a musical album, but this is more than just music, right? Just because how
that's fair.
intense and personal it is.
That's valid.
I guess I described it. I said it in a sort of weird way, but I don't know. I think you can have a varying number of feelings about this album depending on your relationship with loss.
Yeah. I guess the way that's weird to me is...
I just want to say, a lot of the loss I've faced in my life has been very sudden. You know someone one day and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And that's not what this album is, but that's just how I relate to it.
Okay.
Which is why I say the things I say.
Yeah, because that's always been A Crow Looks at Me, at least for me personally. But that's, I think, at least a much more obvious link.
Yeah.
In this, it's the experience of wanting something so bad that you can't have, and that's bad for you.
Yeah.
And you need to be the one to tell yourself to be better. But it is so hard to deny yourself of what you want, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about being in a relationship that's certainly not as extreme as the one described throughout the album.
Yeah.
Had similarities that affected me.
Mm-hmm.
And I still struggle more than anything with like helplessness. Even if a situation's really bad, if I have some amount of agency, even if it's just as much as like getting water or doing something super basic where I feel like I'm contributing, I can be totally fine. But the moment I feel completely unable to affect what's going on, that's when I freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
I'm really glad you said that, because obviously the way you relate to these emotions, to me, the feeling of helplessness, I sort of get over it by, it's more so like coping with the world at large, is like, this is just the way it has to be. No matter what happens to me, no matter what I want, no matter how things I wish they could be, I just have to live with what they are, because that's life. Obviously, that's not exactly the sentiment expressed in the album, but you know the kind of music I like. I mean,
I do.
I don't care about lyrics. I will say this right here. I'm the opposite of Seth in that way. Whatever he was saying in the album, like, I was taking it in, but I'm ascribing my own emotions to it just because that is... And
that's
just how I am.
No, and that's something good about music, is that everyone's going to relate to it differently.
Yeah.
You know, the weird personal connection of the hopeful message of the album being something that Ali has verbatim said to me.
Yeah.
That was striking. That continues to be striking, and that continues to be very personally effective for me.
Right.
But then on top of it, aside from what the album means, it's a great indie album.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenally made album. And every song's composition and performance.
Even if you shut your ears off to the lyrics, it's a good listen.
If I spoke Polish, I'd like this album.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, I know we'll disagree on this, obviously, but this is not what I'm looking for when I listen to music.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
You guys have seen the music I post. I want music to be about having a good time. I want music to make me feel good, to make me feel like I'm in a place that I'm happy. And obviously, good art makes you feel things no matter what. But I don't go out of my way to make myself sad, or because, in my opinion, life's just too short for me to not listen to what I like.
That's very fair.
But I do like broadening my horizons, which is why I'm in this music club and why I'm doing this. So, yeah.
All right, we are coming up on 2 hours, but I think it's important to ask, what would you say are some standouts for like your top albums of Music Club? And would you abide by the same rules of like things you hadn't heard in the past?
I would abide by the things I haven't heard in the past rule as well. It's kind of hard to say just because
I can pull up the full list of everything.
Let me just like go through things that I hadn't heard before that I really, really like.
I know you mentioned American football earlier today.
Kind of cheating because I have heard of American football and I have heard.
I mean, everyone's heard Never Meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab paper towel. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'll just keep talking. Also, the one with the Wurlitzer, it's probably my favorite song off the album. It just makes me feel a certain type of way. So American football as a whole, new to it, loved it a lot. Really from Brendan, New Build by 808 State. I thought it was really good. I know Seth didn't like it very much, but it was my type of music. And then let's see what else. New
Build was not my
my
thing, but Well, now you're looking at your own albums. But
I liked Heavy Weather by Weather Report a lot.
I also liked Heavy Weather by Weather Report. I think that barely missed my top 50.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? I've heard a lot of this before. That's the problem.
Oh, no.
I thought Motto One was really good by Planning for Barry.
Okay. Did you like it more than Below the House?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the odd man out then. That's fine.
Let's see. Sorry for the dead air. I'm just reading through and start figuring out what I.
We're going through Evan's albums, and buddy, I'm sorry, but like,
I don't remember anything.
Evan, you got a taste, and a lot of your albums kind of blend together in the head. I did meet a guy, somewhere, who was wearing a Masana Temples shirt, and that was surprising to me.
Yeah.
I literally don't remember where I was or what I was doing. But I do remember bumping into... Oh, it was that fucking Magic. And there's a guy wearing a Masana Temples shirt. And I was
that makes sense.
That's a deep cut.
Oh, another shout out to Post Svalbard.
Another shout out to Post Svalbard.
Really like that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at albums that I've listened to. Shout out to Dracula Flow.
Dracula Flow, ST. Yeah. It's good. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
What if Billy Woods was funny?
What a storyteller.
Let's see, we're getting down here.
Emotional Heat for a Cool Generation.
Yeah.
One more shout out. That shit was
damn,
so
son, where'd
good.
you find this?
Yeah.
Just insane. Just crazy.
But yeah, like 90% of Nick's music I have heard before. So
okay.
Great taste. I can't shout you out too much.
We're getting into my shit.
A lot of your shit I've heard just because you've told me about it.
That's fair. That is a problem that I ran into is this is not a secret. I started Music Club as an excuse to get my friends to listen to music that I wanted to show them.
Yeah.
And it worked mostly.
It worked, but it worked the other way too.
I know. I had to hold up my end of the bargain so you would hold up yours.
The Glow Part 2, by you, I really liked. I hadn't heard of that before.
I'm surprised you hadn't heard Glow Part 2. And get ready, because there is a Glow Part 3.
Oh, is there?
Kind of. The Microphones, now known as Mount Erie, released an album called Night Palace last year, which is very much the Glow Part 3. I've heard of
this album. I thought I heard it. I didn't.
It came out this year, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. I never put two and two together.
Yeah. Also, just a shout out for me, while I have the mic that I have. Shout out to Floral Strobe. I was looking for albums for my secret DJ for Chai, and I ended up not going with Floral Strobe, but of albums that I just like happened to stumble upon during Music Club, Floral Strobe is still a fucking banger.
I know you liked it. We did a listen along of that.
We did.
So check that out if you're interested.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
I think I gave some thoughts on that album.
You
when
did.
I heard it.
You did, and I didn't take them personally.
That's okay. Same thing with Machine Girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not for me.
I like music that kicks my ass.
Yeah, I like music that you can go to a club and dance to. Yeah, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for sub bass. Sub bass is the number one thing I look for in a song. I know it sounds like stupid or whatever, but I want to feel that fucking subwoofer take the air out of my chest.
I want to feel better than epileptic people.
Yeah. It's getting...
They could not listen to this shit.
They do not make enough strobe lights
no.
to make me feel how I want to feel.
No, like, I've used this term before, and I'll use it again. Head in a paint shaker. Yeah.
A Crow Looked at Me, beautiful.
A Crow Looked at Me. A Crow Looked at Me.
Me.
Can we talk about A Crow Looked at Me?
Yeah, sure.
It's sad.
It is very sad. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the idea.
It is. That lands in a category of albums I cannot listen to without crying.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I used it to grieve
I know.
the loss of my grandparents.
And that's the first time I'd heard. Okay, actually, this doesn't count because I'd heard it before because you told me about it before Music Club started. But I'm still shouting it out because
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go? Are there like some other? Can we just like run through some other stuff real quick? I mean, we're already here 2 hours in. What difference does it make?
I'm gonna be so real. I want these to be clean videos.
Okay.
This is the album of the year video.
Okay. This is the album of the year.
This is the album of the year video.
Album of the year.
Album of the year. I will. Season 2, January 1st.
January 6th. See you at the Capitol.